Hey, Zija Nation, Dr. Johnson here, Dr. Vaughn Johnson. I'm the ugly stepbrother to Dr. Scott Johnson, right? Anyways, hey, listen here. Today I want to talk to you about, actually, that's not true. I don't have any relationship to Scott Johnson that I'm aware of. But nonetheless, today I want to talk about the mighty Moringa and why the company Zija has set itself apart in the way that it's harvesting this superfood. Now, there's a lot of third-party studies out there that talk about the moringa. If you did a Google search, you would find a lot of information on this, and moringa is pretty much going mainstream. You're going to see it on some of the more popular talk shows. You're seeing it on some of the more popular websites that talk about new and upcoming superfoods. The reason we call it a superfood, and sometimes that term's a little bit overused, but you truly can call the moringa oleifera a superfood because it is so nutrient dense and it's packed with a tremendous amounts of phytonutrients. Why is that so important? Well, in today's world, and especially here in the United States, we're oftentimes can be somewhat depleted of specific nutrients due to our exposure to empty calories. Now remember, we're learning about proper nutrition this year, and that's one of our goals. But nonetheless, we need to understand that calories and nutrition are not equivalent. And in fact, I oftentimes wish that they would change the little glycemic index where they measure sugar to the phytonutrient index where they would tell us how nutrient dense is each of the foods that they're comparing, because you cannot compare a kiwi to a Snickers bar. But on the glycemic index they do, because one is very much empty calories, the other is loaded with nutrients that would give your body a tremendous amount of a boost and send signals to the entire system that'd be very favorable. But the point I want to make today is that the moringa has been studied extensively, and we understand that it offers the body a tremendous benefit when it's consumed on a daily basis. This is where the company Zija comes in, because the moringa has been shown when you harvest the leaves, when you use the seeds, when you use even the bark and all the components of this tree, that you are getting a tremendous amount of amino acids, which are building blocks to proteins. You're getting a tremendous amount of antioxidants, which is extremely important because it is oxidation, which you and I know as rust, or oxidative stress, that oftentimes can be hard on the system and the body. And if we have a lot of oxidative stress within our bodies, that's an environment that disease can come into the system. So we want to prevent that, right? We want to neutralize this oxidative stress, so we need what we call free radicals. This is what we call an antioxidant. So when we're consuming the moringa on a daily basis, then we're providing the body with antioxidants in a very powerful form that neutralizes free radicals in a beneficial way, so that we can create an environment that can promote health and make it very difficult for disease to come into the system. Think about that word for a minute. Disease, dis-ease. You're disrupting balance, okay? You're disrupting what we call homeostasis, which is another fancy term for having a balance within the system that allows the body to work the way that it was created to do so. So in order to do that, then, by putting the moringa into the system daily, you're going to provide the body with the proper nutrients in combination with eating as much real food as you can. It certainly does not replace food, but it's a great way to consume this superfood daily when you consume it in products such as Zija has provided, and we're going to talk about those here in just a few minutes, because it makes it easy and we're taking advantage of technology. But we have to be careful, because out there with the moringa going mainstream, you're going to see all sorts of products hit the market that contain this superfood in it, because of the science that's backing it up and telling us how wonderful it is. Unfortunately, many growers and companies that are trying to get into the Zija, not the Zija, but the moringa market, have created inferior products and have created products that contain contaminants. They don't purify them. And through the processing that they do, they oftentimes deplete this superfood of those proper nutrients. So it's extremely important to understand that Zija has gone out of its way to assure harvesting the most nutrient-dense, safest way cleanest way, and they have aligned themselves with orchards that grow the moringa throughout the Southeast Asia, in nutrient-dense soil. They dry the leaves in the shade, which is extremely important to understand, because if you do it just in the sun and if you do it in an expedited fashion, you deplete proper nutrients. So it's kind of going through a very slow process to dry them in the shade, thus maintaining the integrity of the leaves and the nutrients contained within those leaves. That's very important to understand. We also know that they have gone out of their way to make sure that the handling of these leaves and the seeds and the other components of this tree are done in a way that there is minimal to no contamination, and you are getting the highest quality product, the purest quality product that you can get that contains the moringa. When you do that, then you're creating a very nutrient-dense product. Now, this is important because we in America are exposed to a lot of empty calories, as I mentioned before. In America, we are under-consuming vegetables on a daily basis, and especially our children. So if we want our children's brains to work properly, if we want energy to return into our system, we want our organs to function at the highest level that they can and that they were created to do, then we need to give the body a chance to do so. And one of the major components to that is consuming real food, and as I stated, then high quality supplements and nutrient dense foods like the moringa. So consuming Smart Mix on a daily basis very much contains the moringa in quantities that are beneficial, but also other nutrients that are very beneficial for the digestive system in the sense of what we like to call prebiotics. Prebiotics are like bringing compost to your garden. They're going to allow the good guys to grow and flourish, which we all know is extremely important. We also know that the Super Mix, great product, and this is a reason why this is an advantage over a lot of so-called Me Too products, right? Number one is that they put the adequate amount of moringa that's needed to get all the essential vitamins, amino acids, antioxidants, and so on that the moringa offers. Because you need roughly at least 100 grams or more to get all those nutrients on a daily basis. Be rest assured, even though it's a proprietary blend, that you are getting what you need here in this Super Mix. Unfortunately, some of the third-party products don't contain adequate amounts, so they put just a small amount of moringa in there, and then they call it a superfood, or they call it, they say that it's got all these nutrients, when you really can't do that, and that's not true. So Zija's done a great job in assuring the highest quality products possible. We also know that in the world of weight management, and our goals is to try to lose weight and become healthier this year in 2018, and to empower ourselves with more knowledge, that XM Plus can be a great addition to that goal, because it contains not only the moringa, but it also contains other nutrients and other herbs that have been shown to help boost that metabolism and give you a little kick throughout the day, so that you can function at a higher level, that you can then rev up that metabolism, hopefully burn a few more calories, but at the same time feel better. And anytime you feel better, you're going to be more active. When you're more active, you'll live better, and then you'll look better. You'll look healthier. So anytime you run into someone that looks 10, 15 years younger than you, ask them what they're doing. They're making good choices, and and because of those good choices, they're slowing that aging process, which is extremely important. And as we all try to improve our health in this 2018, anytime you can consume a superfood as nutrient dense as the moringa on a daily basis, and consume it in the high quality that Zija offers you, you're way ahead of the ball game, and you're going to give your body what it needs to be as healthy as it can. So once again, Super Mix, Smart Mix, XM Plus, wonderful additions to your daily supplements, high quality, and all ages can benefit. You just have to determine and try a little bit with each person, in the sense of children, adults, anywhere from, if they can drink water, they can consume specifically the Super Mix and the Smart Mix. Because of the herbs that have a little bit of a stimulant effect, you might want to be careful with the little ones with this one, okay? Especially if you're thinking about the evening. So to me, I would be careful with little ones. These two, hey, green lights, the kids will enjoy them, they'll love them, and a great way to start their day because they're getting all the antioxidants, amino acids, and other vitamins and minerals that are needed to start their day and give their body that boost. This is Dr. Johnson encouraging you to live healthier.